So first of all, welcoming Mr. Aditya Purohit. Uh, he's our he'll take up the session today. Good morning, good afternoon. I am Advitya Mathur, another BTech computer science student from Banastali, and welcome back to another session of Intern Guide series by Unstop Igniters Club. So whether you are a recent graduate or just starting your job search, or a second professional looking to advance in your career, interviews can be a very nerve wracking experience. Fortunately, learning from the experiences of others, it can be a great way to prepare yourself and improve your performances in the interviews. So, in this session, we are here to gather some tips and tricks to crack interviews and online assessment of Trilogy innovations. So, once again, welcoming Mr. Aditya Purohit. Hello, sir. He
Hello.
was He was an SD intern 2022 and now an upcoming SD engineer at Trilogy Innovations. So, just to start this interview, I have first question that what makes our interview successful? Over to you, sir.
Okay, so interview should not look like an interview actually. Interview should be a conversation between the interviewer and you, because in this way it will be a natural interview, and like the it will not be like the interviewer is asking question and you are answering them. It will be just like a conversation. Both are learning from each other. So this is what I call a great and smooth interview, because in the end you do not feel like you have given an assessment or anything. You just feel like you have had a conversation with your friend.
Absolutely. So, coming to our second question, what do you think are the most common mistakes interview?
Okay, so the most common mistake which I observed a lot of people make is that they do not speak during the interview. Like they just remain silent. So what I advise and what I suggest to the students is that just never be silent. So like if the interviewer is asking questions, you should not be like just remain silent and say I'm thinking. So what you should do instead is think out loud. So whatever the question, the problem the interviewer is asking, you just suggest your approach that yeah, I'm thinking about dynamic programming, or yeah, I'm just wondering that the complexity can be improved or not. So the thing is, you should make a conversation. Like I said in the beginning, interviewer should feel like more like a conversation. So in this way, if you try to conversate with the interview, he will give you the hint also. So it will not be like if you are stuck and you are not saying anything, how can he know that where are you stuck?
Absolutely, sir. A great advice. I would now request you to tell us about your OA experiences and how we should make a resume to get shortlisted in this.
Okay, so first of all, about me. So I'm a fourth year student at IIT Roorkee, and my branch is metallurgy. So the in my internship season, so this was an on-campus internship experience. So the company visited, and like much of my programming journey is of competitive programming. So from my first year onwards, I started doing competitive programming on Code Forces, CodeChef, and other competitive programming related uh, online judges. So in this way, I was already comfortable with competitive programming. So the online assessment was not a difficult part for me, and because the I have been doing a lot of problem of that nature from first year itself. So the online assessment was not very difficult. There were three questions, and I did the two and a half at IS. So I was shortlisted for the next round.
So, do you think that there are any more rounds that we need to take care of, or there is any more things that would help us to stand out from the competition?
Yeah, for the online assessment. So what I suggest is Interbit and LeetCode are like two very famous platforms that people prepare before placement or internship. So I would suggest that interview bit should be completed like uh, it should be done completely. It is not like that there are so many questions there, but there are variety of questions. So you can practice that and also LeetCode. So basically, what I did was mostly code forces. But like before 1 or 2 months before the internship season, I started doing lead code and interview bit as well. So yeah, they helped in like finishing up my preparation for, for the online assessment.
A great advice, sir. So one more thing. What was your experience when you were interning in the company? Can you share those
Okay.
experiences too?
Like it was the most amazing experience I can say. Like working there, it was like I'm learning new things every day. So the learning curve was amazing. Uh, every day I woke up, I knew that I'm going to learn something new. And you can ask your seniors anything. Like even if it is a stupid doubt, most stupid doubt ever, they will not say that yeah, it is stupid doubt. They will definitely help you from for anything. So yeah, it was like amazing, the best 2 months I can say for my college life. So I learned a lot and my personal growth was amazing.
So there are some questions that are coming up. The first
Yeah,
questions is that can you describe the details of all the four rounds that was
yeah,
happening?
yeah, definitely. So the first round was, as we know, online assessment. So for my during my time, now there are maybe 4 questions, but during my time there were three problems based on DSA. So I guess one was of two were of dynamic programming, and one I don't remember, like maybe segmentary. So uh, these three problems you can say were difficult. Like one of them maybe was of medium level, but the other two were difficult. So you need prior experience. Like good experience to tackle those problems. So online assessment was that. After that, there was an aptitude test. In aptitude test, there were 50 questions. So those questions were not difficult, but the time constraint was that you need to do them in 15 minutes. So that was difficult, and the questions were like of mental ability and vocabulary and things like that. So this was like the second round. Now there were three interview rounds. So first one was about project. So this one I would say that if you have done your project, if you have done a project wholeheartedly yourself, then you can definitely clear this round because the interviewer was asking all about like going into the details of my project and ask like what are the challenges that I faced and what can I do to improve my project, what were the mistakes and things like that. So yeah, this was about the project round. So next round was based on DSA completely. So the interviewer asked 2 questions, which were of DSA. I can say they were both. One was I can say lead code medium. If you compare to lead code medium, and another one was like lead code hard. So yeah, those 2 questions, and I needed to write the code. In the Google Doc shared. And the final round was like I can say the best round. So that was completely just like we both were having conversation about. It was based on my resume that what I like, what I do, and like completely it was based on what I'm doing and some system design questions as well. So yeah.
Thank you, sir. One more question there is what are the subjects which are most important and where to practice them? The subjects of computer science
Okay.
background or IT background.
Okay. So for like if you go for DSA, if you think about DSA, for DSA, I guess all of the topics are very important, but the most common questions asked in the online assessment are of dynamic programming and graphs tree, a segment tree can be asked, and so these are the questions for online assessment. And coming to the interviews for the round one, definitely what have you done, what project have you done, all of the things relating to that, and it must be like here if you have done your project wholeheartedly and you know the technology tech stack around what have you done, it will not be difficult. So for the final round, there can be a bit of system design which can be asked. So it can be done as well, system design as well.
Great, sir. There is a next question that's coming up that what are the most important things that we should mention in our resume?
Okay, so resume basically, the third round was based on resume. So in resume, the project which you are confident about it. Yeah. First of all, you should never lie in your resume. Like whatever you have written in resume should be your skill set. It should not be like that. Yeah, I've done this. I've done this because the interviewer will know. If you have not done it, he will definitely know that you have not done it. So first of all, you should never lie. And then if you keep the projects in which you are like completely confident that yeah, I have done this, and if someone asks me anything, I will definitely answer it with peace. And also the achievements, like I also cleared the first level of Flipkart grid, and I was unable to go to the second, like to make project due to my internship period. So yeah.
That's great. Uh, the next question that we have is, as in our college, the test is on 26th of February. How can we prepare ourselves in the next 2 days? Because it's a very short notice.
Yeah, like at this time, what anyone can do is just to look at the previous questions which were asked by the company. Uh, so yeah, basically these questions which have been asked, and just to finish up the preparation, what I do is just practice some hard questions on InterBit or somewhere else, or I guess on code courses as well if you have been doing code courses. So just practice of the question which involved a lot of different concepts together. So yeah.
Very well. So the next question that we are coming up is, what was the level of online assessment? So can you just
Uh,
grade
it was
it between difficult to moderate or moderate to hard?
it was difficult, yeah, I can say, because it was difficult than other companies. But if you have done competitive programming from, let's say, second year onwards or so, you can do it. But yeah, it was difficult than other companies. The questions were a bit on difficult side.
So can we say that the lead code is sufficient, or it should be a higher level of that?
Uh, it cannot be guaranteed that anything is sufficient. Yeah, so uh, it's like you cannot guarantee that this thing will be sufficient or not.
Okay. So the next question is, it's very interesting. If a person is bad in coding, how difficult will it be for them to crack the interview?
Very difficult. So, like for the DSA round, because in the second round, it is completely based on DSA. Only like the two only DSA will be asked, and two questions or maybe three of DSA will be asked, and you need to answer them and code them perfectly. So, uh, like you should have done at least DSA lead code intermediate level, like intermediate completely to tackle the interview second round. And like if you clear the second round, the third round is based all on your resume, and you're like it is a bit abstract round, so your thinking skills and all of these things also play an important role.
So what's the level of aptitude tests that's which is the one of the interview rounds that's conducting?
The aptitude test is the questions are on the easier side. So, but the thing is, the time you need to do them in 15 minutes. So there are 50 questions, and you need to do. You have the time limit of 15 minutes. So you cannot waste time. And like questions are of mathematics or logical reasoning, and some are of vocabulary English, like what is the synonym of this and things like that. So yeah, the questions are easy, but you need to focus on the speed.
So there is another question that's coming up. If there is an HR round, then can you tell more about it?
Uh, for my internship, there was no HR round. For the placement, I guess there is an HR round. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So the next question that we're coming up is, what's your tip to get an PPO after we get selected in the internship?
After getting selected, like I focused I gave all my focus on the work. It was definitely very great experience. So if you do the work focused, and like definitely if you because you have been selected here for internship, it means that you have the talent and you can work. So if you just don't mess around and just work wholeheartedly, you will enjoy, and you will also get the PPO. Like that is a byproduct of the internship. Yeah.
So someone's asking that, why is my resume not getting selected every time? So can you answer this question? What must be the
Uh,
flaws or what they must correct? to get
Uh,
selected?
for this company or like in general?
I guess this is asking in general.
In general, so must be like projects are not included in your resume. If the projects are included, then the projects are not of good nature, like maybe like just a simple web page or something like that. So the projects are, and if you're done past internship, that should also be included in the previous and internship. So projects and internship play important role in the resume because that is like the real experience that you have. So if there are good projects and then definitely you will get shortlisted.
Got it, sir. So there is one more question that's coming up, that can you also mention some topics that specifically we should study for the DSA round?
As I said that for DSA round there will be a lot of different topics. Like the problem can come from any topic, but the most important topics which I have noticed are dynamic programming, trees, graphs, and like the questions can be even asked in around segment tree as well and things like that.
Got it, sir. So what was your what type of projects were you given in the internship? What was your uh, major area that you were given?
Okay, so my project was basically based around AWS actually. So the tech stack was AWS, and the project was about mining data and then using it to predict something. And so yeah, it was definitely an interesting project, and I learned a lot. I did not know much about AWS before going there, but after going there, I learned a lot about AWS services and also different like I did not do a project of such great scale before joining there. So yeah.
So there's another question coming up. If we are applying off campus for Trilogy, then what type of projects
Mhm.
can give us an edge?
Okay, for projects basically uh, the any project which you have done wholeheartedly by yourself. That's what I can say because what they want to know is that if you have prior experience or not, and like you know how to work and things like that. So basically, if you have done a project which is like definitely obviously not very low, like not very easy, like just making a web page or things like that, but a bit we can say involving different concepts. So yeah, it should be, first of all, it should be a project which you have done wholeheartedly. It's not like someone else has done it, you are saying I have done it, and then you put it in your resume. So that will not help definitely.
So there's another question. Do we need to have a lot of projects to get selected?
Uh, no, I do not think that you need to have a lot of projects. Just one or two projects would be enough. But what they want to know is that you have done something and you can do something in future.
So basically, they just want to see the motivation of the child, how dedicated they are, and how much knowledge they have,
Yeah, I also like the thinking skills, critical thinking.
thinking skills. Yeah. Do we need research papers for the same
Research paper for what?
to get selected in the internship?
No, no. I do not have any research paper published for my name, and I don't think most of the candidates getting selected have research paper published.
Very well. Sir, do you have any more tips and tricks to give us so that we can get an edge to get selected?
For the interviews, I can say you should be able to communicate your thoughts very well because that is the number one important thing. Because let's say you know everything, but you cannot communicate what you know, so it will be of no use. So basically, you should communicate your thoughts and not like remain silent and yeah.
Another question that we are getting, what level of lead code questions are asked?
In online assessment or interview?
So both.
Okay. So I guess for online assessment questions can be a bit different than what is usually asked in lead code. So if you have done code courses, it can be of division 2, C, D, or maybe even E level question. So yeah, questions asked in on-assessment are definitely on a difficult side than what is asked in interview. Interview question I can say are of lead code, hard and medium level, I guess.
Okay, sir. So now we are winding up. So is there anything else that you would like to add up, or any overall experience in Trilogy?
Yeah, definitely. So just to remain confident during the interviews. And for the online assessment, all I can say is do not panic during the assessment. Just focus on your on the questions and the answer. And for about trilogy experience, my experience myself working there, it was like as I've already mentioned, amazing. So the best thing is the learning curve because you basically learn a lot in a single day. So by doing like they give you the projects which make you think. So it's not like just you the project is given and you do just copy paste. It's not like that. You need to apply your mind, and definitely you learn daily a lot. So it can be great motivation for someone who wants to go there because basically you will learn a million times than you can do by yourself.
Thank you so much, sir, for for giving us this beautiful insight. Thank you, everyone, to attend this live session. And for more such of sessions, please do follow Unstop Club, and please keep get updated with the same. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us and for sharing your experiences and knowledge.
Yeah, it was a great experience.
Thank you everyone to attend. Please follow us on Instagram and on YouTube. We are live there for more such updates and interview experiences. Thank you everyone. Have a great day. Bye bye.